Hey guys, what's going on? Today I kind of want to just make a quick video. I'm new to YouTube, but I recently started my journey for weight loss surgery. I guess let me rewind a little bit. I started gaining weight around the age 13, 14, and always thought I could just get it off on my own. Went to the gym, did every fad diet out there, nothing worked. So in 2010, I decided that I was going to do the lap band surgery. Seemed the safest to me. They weren't cutting my stomach out. So I went ahead and followed through with it. Coming away with the lap band, I was so unsuccessful. I lost about 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks only due to a liquid diet. So coming with that, I started to throw up a lot. They have something that's called sliming. It's probably one of the grossest things you'll ever experience if you have it. I'm not saying you can't be successful with the band. I'm saying with me personally, I was not successful with the band. The surgeon that I'm working with now has told me I do have PCOS, which I knew. But to come along with that, you find out that if you have PCOS, you can't lose weight with the band. It's not successful. So, I guess in a way it kind of made me feel better because I did try really hard when I first got the band, and it was just like a dead end after dead end after dead end. And I just thought I was destined to be obese. So I kind of got in like a dark place and just kind of settled and came to the terms that this is me. And for a while, I'd say 3 years, I maintained my weight, which was still my highest weight, but I maintained it. And I became comfortable with it. And this past year, a lot has happened in my life, and gotten a really, really dark spot, and just was an emotional eater. If I was happy, I was eating. If I was sad, I was eating. If there was a celebration, I was eating. If I was mourning, I was eating. There was always a reason to eat poorly. And I also went through some things in my personal life. And I put on another 30 pounds. And it's rough. So I had some people around me who were like, did you ever look into the gastric sleeve or bypass? And I was like, whoa, no. Well, wait, let me even back up for a second here. In 2014, I had the lap band removed because they went and they did an endoscopy. They took some biopsies and they saw there was erosion in the esophagus from all the throwing up that I was doing. And I was miserable, absolutely miserable. I wasn't even fun to be around. I'm probably still not fun to be around, but whatever. So I was like, no, I'll never go through that again. Especially not having somebody cut my stomach out. I can't eat, can't drink. Like, I'm getting up there. I'll be 27 in a few days. But I was like, absolutely not. And I was against it. I was so against it. And then a couple people around me started to have it and were really successful. And I was still like, not for me, not doing it. Don't even try to talk me into it because it ain't gonna happen. And as time goes on, bigger and bigger I get, I was like, maybe I'll just look into it. Hear what they have to say. Probably still not gonna do it. So I made an appointment with a surgeon. I'm from New York, so I went down to Westchester. And where I went, everybody was so friendly and weren't pushy, which I liked, because I don't, if you push me to do something, it ain't gonna happen. I'm stubborn. So I did a lot of research on it for the past 6 months, and come to the conclusion I'm not getting skinny on my own. I haven't done it in 27 years. So I'm going to take the next step to do it. The one thing is I have severe heartburn. With the heartburn, they get scared to do the sleeve because there is, my doctor said, 5% of people who have the gastric sleeve will have heartburn afterwards, which can come with another problem. If it is severe enough and you have the gastric sleeve and you end up not being able to get rid of that heartburn, they can do a revision to the bypass. Now, when I hear the word bypass, I get freaked out. I think just the rerouting with the intestines and messing with my intestines, I'm not saying it's not successful, because I know it is, and I know people who had it and have done so well with it. Just for me, I'm a worrywart. I'm paranoid about things like that. I decided it's not the best option for me. But I do struggle with severe heartburn. So my surgeon suggested that I go for a barium swallow. So called, made the appointment, had one today at 8 o'clock. So I got up, thought it was going to be wham bam, out of there. No. You gotta do all this stuff. You gotta drink this nasty drink. I don't even want to talk about it. And then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this one step further. This is the radiologist. He says, I want you to drink this stuff like Pop Rocks, which he lied. I think he thought fat kid likes candy. Color tastes like Pop Rocks. Bullshit. So I was like, all right, let's just get this done and over with. He says it's gonna feel foamy, fizzy. Swallow it. Just drink it down with this stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna do this like a champ, because I'm usually a baby. So I did it. Swallowed it down, chug, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, my insides are gonna explode. I really need to burp. He's like, don't you burp. You hold that in there. So I'm pumping through it, and all of a sudden he goes, look at that big boy right there. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, hiatal hernia. He's like, big one. Which we kind of expected. And I was like, well, thank God we got an answer. Yeah, it sucks, but good enough. The surgeon can take it out during the gastric sleeve, which is a plus for me. So I'll take it. Well, then he's like, I see something else in there. And I'm like, oh geez, what could it be? No, not a baby. Don't get it going. He's like, I see clips. He's like, you've had past surgeries. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, something was left in there. And I'm like, my luck, right? So he's like, you gotta go talk to a surgeon, figure it out, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, happy you got the answer. My next step, I went to a pulmonologist this afternoon. Really was in there within 5 minutes, back out. I have to go back for a test. They got me right in on Thursday. Cardiologist on Friday. I mean, things are just moving along really fast. I already had one nutrition appointment. I have one next week. Let me think what else I have to do. I mean, really, everybody has been so great. All the doctors have been really helpful. My surgeon has been really helpful. I can say my biggest thing, I would say my biggest fears with this are probably the leak, which if you've had the lap band and you're going to the gastric sleeve, a leak, you have a higher chance. It only goes from like a 0.3% to 1%. That's from my surgeon. Of course, blood clots, which they say, you know, if you walk, you should be okay. Not saying you will, but you should be. And I mean, of course, death. Who wouldn't be scared? You're going under the knife again, and anesthesia. And I get thinking, you know, I don't want to wake up during surgery and, you know, tubes out of my mouth or something. Just put me out. I don't care if I sleep the next day or so, that's alright. Just make sure I ain't waking up, because I can't be doing all that. I mean, I know I probably rambled on in this. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just feel like I did join some bariatric support groups, and there's been a lot of helpful things in there, but there's also a lot of negative. People are posting all the things that go wrong with their surgeries, and I kind of want to give a positive outlook on it. I know I probably won't be saying that the day after surgery or the day of surgery. I'll probably be hating my life. But the bigger picture of this is I'm 27 years old, and I want to live life. I want to be able to go do things and not be sweating like 5 minutes being outside. I'm drenched in sweat, and everybody else is in their, bikini and their little tiny top. And I mean, I want that for me. And people say it's the easy way out. I don't call it the easy way out. It's gonna be a lifetime struggle. Food's always gonna be a struggle for me. I'll say it right now. I'm a food addict. I have no shame in that. The only thing, an alcoholic will always be an alcoholic, but they can quit alcohol forever. A drug addict is a drug addict forever, but they cannot touch that drug. Food, you have to eat. No matter what, you have to eat. So, and I love carbs. I love a nice piece of bread with butter. I do love me some cookies, but I want to choose life. I want to live, hopefully in the future I have children, and I don't want to be a mom who's sitting on the couch or can't go out and do things because it's too much for me, or my knees hurt, or I'm having back pain. Like, I don't want to be that person. My mom wasn't that person for me. I had a great childhood, very active, and I want to be able to do the same thing. So I'm hoping that with this, it's gonna give me a new life, a chance. The surgery isn't an automatic fix. I know that. I know it's a tool that you have to work it, and I'm definitely nervous, but I'm ready. And I made this channel for people who, just want to hear somebody's side of it, or what they're going through, or the appointments that they're required to do. I know, with insurances it's different, but I want somebody to see the positive side of it too. And I'm ready, and I know a lot of people are feeling that way. So I am going to make videos through this journey that I go through, and they won't be high tech or high definition, but it's just for anybody who this could help. I hope it helps somebody. So yeah, so until next time, I'll probably make another video next week, so stay tuned.